guess what? Jarvis and all of those fine folks over there at American Science and Surplus have offered us a discount code for no good reason, just out of the blue, because they love us. How cool is that? The code is good from now through Friday, and that's midnight. They didn't say which time zone. Let's pretend it's Central, or 11:59 p.m. Central Time this coming Friday. You have until then to use the code CRAFTY15. So enter that in at the checkout and you will get 10% off of your already freakishly low priced order. And this is good for U.S. people only. They will only ship to the U.S., no international shipping. And I'm joining you in my grumbling about that. But, you know, nothing we can do. Keep hoping. So I thought I would show you just a few things that I have bought from Sciplus in the past. There's no guarantee that they will still have these things because it's surplus. You know, they show up, they leave, you just never know. So when you find something you want there, you need to grab it if you really want it, because there's no guarantee it's going to be there when you go back for it. One thing that I bought there and truly, truly love is this Spool organizer deal. See? See? And inside it, this is where I keep my large alphabet letters, you know, like if I cut single letters out of a magazine to use for that, you know, kind of ransom note look. I keep in here, and die cut letters, you know, stuff that's just kind of large and bulky and difficult to find another place to put it. And there's enough to have one compartment for each letter, and I use a piece of cardboard to separate one of these two larger compartments, and then if I do that, I can put numbers and symbols in here. So, this is perfect. Just perfect. I love this. So, there's that. There is also, they usually have a nice selection of military surplus bags, and a lot of them are actual surplus, which I think is cool. This is one of my favorites, and I often carry it as a purse. It is an ammo bag. It's got little slots. I've still got stuff in here. I thought I emptied it out. I've been looking for that. What else is in there? I really should check that. Okay, makes a great purse. Or just a tote bag storage. You could put your little pens and markers and stuff in there. It'd probably be just right. I have also picked up some of these little, these are the rubber coated bottles that they have. And they're like crazy cheap. If I remember right, they're something like $1 for 10 of them. I mean, how can you not buy them, right? So anyway, these, I have a couple of sets that I've made up just like this with these paper flowers, and they decorate a shelf in my bathroom. So they're just cute little bottles. Now I'm sure y'all remember this guy, right? Steampunk Steve. He came from Surplus, this little paper mache mask, and not all of his decorations came from there, but a lot of them did. They have some springs, they have some different washers. Those came from there. These fuses I got there at one time. These things that I never can remember what they're called, I got there. I think they're in the electrical stuff, whatever they are. I don't know. So, yeah, lots of his parts and pieces came from there. You just have to kind of browse through and see what they've got that you can use should you decide to make some kind of little steampunk deal like this. Oh, the little light bulbs, I don't know that this one came from there, but I have seen little light bulbs like this there before. So, there's that. And my shout-out binder. This is where I keep up with all of the channels that I have given shout-outs to over the years, because There got to be so many of them I couldn't keep track, and I didn't want to double up. It's just some fun. I think I have a video on this somewhere, that I put the little Tim Holtz ring binder deal in it, and then just, this is where I keep all of my list of channels that I've given a shout out to. And this little vinyl thing is, I'm thinking it's under a couple of dollars. You know, totally worth it. And let's see, in this bag I've got one of my favorite things to buy at Sciplus is containers. They have all kinds of containers. I think, if I remember right, these little bottles came from there at one time, maybe. These I know for sure did. So it's got a little screw top glass vial. And then I have a ton of these little bottles, and you can buy corks that fit separately. And then I have a whole bunch of these. Like that. And I have, Kirby needles. They have a really good, inexpensive needle assortment. And some files. Pretty sure I got these there at one time. Needle files for filing off sharp things. And that didn't come from there. Let's see. Oh, dropper bottles. They always have usually a couple different kinds of dropper bottles. And these I love. They have a little brush on them. I keep some gesso in one of mine. And they've got spray bottles. When you can find the spray bottles when they've got them, grab them. They're good. And these little squeezy squirts bottles. And little glass jars. Paint brushes. Strep throat swabs. Use those for painting. Pipettes. Different kinds of scissors, and the thing I seem to buy compulsively from them, because they're good, is tweezers. I have a tweezer problem. But by gosh, I am clearly well plucked, let me just say. Okay, oh, and pokey tools. And you can probably even get one that's not bent. I don't know what I did with that one, but I bent it. But anyway, that's on my wish list. I have my wish list here for some other things. And they have pokey tools. Or they did when I made my wish list. I hope they're still there. But they have all kinds of different tweezers. And I think I have showed these on videos before. Some of them are a little worse for the wear because I've had them for years. Some are relatively new. All shapes and sizes and purposes. And they've got some even bigger than this. And these are really good for, you know, when your drain gets clogged and there's something in there and you know you have to kind of get down in there and pull it out. You know how disgusting that is. Or at least I've heard. I can't do it because it seriously makes me throw up. Jason has to do it. These tweezers are good for that. Okay. And then these little, don't drop these, because I did, and they landed point down on my pinky toe, and there was blood. And then this kind, you know, needless to say, they have a good assortment of tweezers. Tweezers, containers, bags, embellishments, bottles, jars, my wish list. They have some, you know, our fine liner bottles that we're all buying like crazy. They've got some, or they did at the time I printed the wish list out. I didn't have time to double check and see if everything on my list was still there, so I'm just going to pretend like it is. And if it's not, you just have to keep an eye out for it because sometimes it will come back. But they call them needle nose dispenser bottles, and that's the fine liners like we've been using. They have several tote bags. They have another kind of bottle. It's a clear squeezy bottle with a different kind of tip on it. Oh, they have leather belly. They have, in fact, they have some leather strips and then some large pieces of leather belly, which is just a piece of leather. And it's not like top grain, high quality leather, but it's a little stretchy. Belly is usually a little soft and stretchy, which makes a nice book cover. Got some scissors. They have some giant playing cards. Those are on my list. There's a whole different kind of beater tweezers. I don't have that particular style, and you know, I have to have it because I have tweezers. They have an assortment of springs. Oh, labels. They have a label assortment thing, which I really want because I've been watching Cat Hand and Patty Parrish, and people do just fun things with label sheets. They have some of those plastic coated pliers, you know, like you use for beading when you want to straighten out a wire if you're metalworking. Perfect for that. They've got some of those, $3.50. I need them. A haversack, one of their little military bags. Oh, micro bits. A whole set of teeny tiny micro bits. Y'all, these are the kind that we need for drilling holes to bind books. You know, if you're trying to drill through a big stack of paper and your hole punch is just not going to do it, you got to bring out the power tools, right? So I need those micro bits, and then dozens of other things. So, if you're not familiar with Sciplus, these are the kinds of things they carry and more. These are the kinds of things that I enjoy. So go over there, take a look, see what you can find, take advantage of the 10% off. Crafty15 is the code, and tell Jarvis I said, hey, what's up? Okay, that is it for now. The end.